And we are back. We're finally here. We got regular season predictions, not preseason anymore. And we have a full 16 game schedule. And we're going to be starting out. Oh, I just now realized we're all the way up here. Let's scroll down. Alright, as you can see, starting out, we have Thursday at 8:20 p.m. We have the Buffalo Bills, the Super Bowl favorites at the moment, against the reigning Super Bowl champions, Los Angeles Rams. Now, both these teams, definitely the two best teams in the league, in my personal opinion. If you didn't watch my power rankings video, I'm going to give you a quick 5 seconds, click off this video before I spoil it. Okay, I have the Rams at number 1 on my power rankings and the Bills at number 2 on my power rankings. So, this is a great game by the NFL. It's really going to get the fans invested, and I'm excited to see how it goes. Now, me personally, I think the Rams are going to win. I think, it's going to be hard to dethrone the champs. But, if any team can do it, it's going to be the Bills. So, I'm going to pick the Rams. And I wouldn't be shocked if the Bills won. Also, I will talk about my Survivor pick at the end. If you don't know what Survivor is, it's where I pick one team. I'm going to be doing this for the duration of the series, either until, the end of the regular season or until I get one wrong. So, essentially, you pick one team every week who you think's going to win. I will talk about that at the end of the videos because I don't want to spoil it. If you get it right, you continue to do it. If you get it wrong, well, you're done. The only rule is you're not allowed to pick the same team twice. So you really have to be careful. So if there's a huge risk between two bad teams, you might want to take that risk because realistically, those bad teams aren't going to win many games. But yeah, now we have our Sunday 1 o'clock games. We have a lot of them. We have the Eagles and the Lions going against each other. The Eagles, probably the NFC East favorites. And the Lions, they're the Lions. Probably not going to finish last in the division at least. But I'm going to take the Eagles. I think the Eagles, maybe not Super Bowl bound yet. Maybe. I'm expecting not this year, but maybe next year they really compete. And I wouldn't be shocked, to see the Eagles go far in the playoffs. The Lions, on the other hand, I wouldn't be shocked to see them around 500 or so. But ultimately, that's not going to be enough for a playoff spot. I'm going to take the Eagles, though. Next, we have the 49ers and the Bears. The 49ers, they got a new quarterback. Trey Lance. Same draft class, Justin Fields. The difference is, look at the supporting cast around Trey Lance. Pretty solid O-line. Best in the game with Trent Williams. Pretty good receivers. Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel. Pretty good tight end in George Kittle. And a solid running back group. You look at Justin Fields. He's got the running back group, and that's about it. He's got one receiver. The point is, 49ers, I think they're going to easily steamroll the Bears. Next, we have the Steelers and Bengals, our first division rivalry of matchups to come. I don't know if I'd really say it's a rivalry right now. We saw how it went last year. And I think it's going to continue. I think the Bengals, reigning AFC champs, they're going to let the Steelers know that, they're going to need to improve to keep up with them. Now, the Bengals, they're pretty good. AFC champs. Though I think they're going to repeat that success. Probably not. They're probably going to be a playoff team still, but nothing special. Mike Tomlin. Are we going to see his first losing season as a head coach? Maybe. With the division they're in, probably second, maybe third toughest. It's kind of a toss-up between the West and the North. The NFC West, in case you couldn't tell. But, ultimately, I don't know. Next, though, another division rivalry. We have the Patriots and the Dolphins. Now, we saw last year the Dolphins, they really stuck it to the Patriots, although the Dolphins didn't make the playoffs and the Patriots did. Now, it is a huge factor. Usually, Miami's good to beat the Patriots. They really have Bill Belichick's number. They're the only team who's had it lately. We're starting to see the Bills starting to develop, but the Jets, definitely not the Jets. I think the Dolphins are going to win this game. I don't know if they're going to split the series. I thought they were last year, and I think the Dolphins won both times. Now, granted, I feel like both these teams could be playoff teams, but with the West, it's not too possible. I think the Dolphins are going to win, though, and they're going to go out to an early start. Next, a game a lot of people are probably looking forward to. We have the Browns and the Panthers. Even though both these teams probably aren't going to do too well because of Browns don't have a quarterback and the Panthers are probably a below-average roster. But what they don't know is Baker Mayfield, he is going to play week 1 against his former team. Now, personally, I know Baker said he's going to destroy the Browns or something. And I think that's true. I think Baker's got it in him. Now, granted, I think this is going to be a very close game because you look at the team. You look at the Browns defense with Greg Newsome, Denzel Ward, Ronnie Harrison, Grant Delpit, Myles Garrett, Jadeveon Clowney. That's a Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. That's a great defense. Now, granted, the Panthers' offense, receiving-wise, pretty good as well. You got Christian McCaffrey if he's healthy. Sam Darnold's a starting quarterback in the league. You got Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore. You got Terrace Marshall and Laviska Shenault. You have Tommy Tremble and Ian Thomas. It's a great matchup, in my opinion. They're going to go well against each other. I think the Panthers are going to win, though. Next, we have the Colts and the Texans, another division rival. We're going to see a lot of these week 1, I have a feeling, including the one below this. Now, kind of like the other one, right now there's not much competition whatsoever, but I wouldn't be too shocked if the Texans beat the Colts. I am picking the Colts to win. The reason is, we saw how the Colts were last year in Week 18. They lost to the worst team in the league. Texans, they're probably going to be bottom 5. So it wouldn't shock me, but I'm going to take the Colts. Next, we have the Saints and Falcons. Another one where, Saints, they're moving up, Falcons moving down. It's quite simple. I think the Saints are easily going to win this game. It's probably going to be close, but I feel like their games are always close. But realistically, you're going to know, even though the score is close, the Saints had that. I'm excited to see how Jameis Winston does now in year 2 as a starter for the Saints. Hopefully he doesn't get injured again. You're going to probably have Michael Thomas back, maybe not. Oh, well. Next, we have the Ravens and the Jets. Do I even need to say anything? Joe Flacco, former Raven, but yeah. I don't know who starts, but either way, I think the Ravens are winning. There is no way in heck. I don't really want to say, the other word because, YouTube, how it is. No way that the Ravens lose, right? No matter who's the starting quarterback, Zach Wilson, Joe Flacco, Mike White, I don't care who it is, they're not losing. Chris Trevor, anyone. And our final 1 o'clock game, the Jaguars and the Commanders. I'm actually going to pick the Jaguars to win. I feel like the Jaguars are going to win week 1 now. They're probably going to have a pretty dry rest of the season. But I think they're going to win week 1. They got a good matchup in the Commanders. Commanders with Carson Wentz. They beat Carson Wentz week 18 last year. Maybe Carson Wentz is looking for revenge. Because realistically, in my opinion, if Carson Wentz, wins that week 18 game, I think the Colts hang on to him. And if I was in the NFL, I'd personally rather play for the Colts than the Commanders right now. But the Commanders, I could see them easily winning. I think the Commanders should win. It's just more of a gut feeling. I feel like Jacksonville could win. And plus, with the NFL, you got to pick upsets. We're down to our 425 games. We got a few of those as well. Starting off, we have my favorite team, the Packers, against the Vikings. Gonna go with the Vikings. I feel like the Packers and Vikings are gonna split this season, and I feel like the Vikings are gonna take game 1. And judging how last year started, I wouldn't be shocked, if this was, another one of those games. Not a blowout, but definitely not, really close. I feel like maybe 13-point difference or something. The Vikings are on a nice level. They got a new coach. And the same team, and in my personal opinion, I'm kind of upset they fired Mike Zimmer because that was the only reason they didn't make the playoffs. I feel like the Vikings are one of the best rosters, and I feel like they're going to actually make the playoffs. You look at their receiving core, pretty good. Quarterback, I'd say top half, starting quarterbacks. Running back, very good. O-line, solid enough. Defense, lackluster, but they tried to improve it. So, going to take the Vikings. Next, we have the Giants and Titans. I'm going to take the Titans. I'm not too confident with this one. I feel like the Giants could easily upset the Titans. I don't know why people give the Titans so much criticism. I do. People say they're one of the worst teams in the league. It's kind of true. I feel like if they had nearly any other starting coach in the league, they wouldn't be as good. Mike Vrabel is a great coach. Hands down. So I think, he's great. Ryan Tannehill, who knows how he does. But realistically, I think he's going to outduel Daniel Jones. I think the Titans are going to win. Next, we have the Raiders and Chargers. This is an interesting one, in my opinion. Not quite game of the week. I will talk about the game of the week very soon. Who do you think is going to win? We saw how it played last year, week 18. Ended up in the Raiders' favor. And both teams, I'd say, got dramatically better. I'm going to pick the Chargers. Better quarterback. Better all-around running back. I feel like Josh Jacobs is a better rusher. But Eckler easily clears him as a receiver. So I'm going to take Eckler as runner. You look at the receivers. Devontae Adams obviously better than, all the other receivers. Keenan Allen, though, and Mike Williams better than Hunter Renfrow. Very close. Tight ends. It's a blowout. O-line. Go out of the way. Defense is where it's going to come down to. Whatever defense plays better, it's going to win. This is going to be a back-and-forth game, in my opinion. We saw how it was week 18. I don't think it's going to change much. I think the Chargers are going to win this time, though. Next, we have the Chiefs and the Cardinals. The final 425 game for those people curious. We know how the Chiefs are. Always dominant. One of the best head coaches in the league, if not all time. Best quarterback in the league, arguably. Definitely top 5. And they lost a top 5 receiver. And they somehow got worse on defense with an already bad defense. Ugh. George Karlaftis looks good, though. You lose Tyrann Mathieu. You lose Daniel Sorensen for the better. You lose Javarius Ward. Just not very good. You lose Jerron Reed. It's a bad, defense. But it's going to be a shootout. I think the Cardinals are going to win, though, man, because they are a first-half team. We saw that last year. We saw it every year of Cliff Kingsbury. I think it's going to be the same. I think the Cardinals are going to jump out and get an early, win. And for the Chiefs, that's going to suck with their division. Next, we have the Buccaneers and Cowboys. Sunday Night Football, 8:20 p.m. All these times are Eastern Standard Time, by the way. This is my game of the week. Easily. We saw how it was week 1. It came down to the final seconds. And I believe there was a huge missed call they gave, the NFL's father, Tom Brady, a free win. Probably going to happen again knowing that. But I think the Buccaneers are going to win. The Buccaneers, I feel like, with how the NFC, everyone's saying the AFC is better. But I don't necessarily agree. I do, but you look at the AFC. You got the powerhouses. There's like 2, maybe 3 mid-teams, and then the rest are bad. The NFC is kind of, you have the powerhouses and mid-teams, and then you have the Bears and Seahawks. Like, anyone could win the East. The Falcons are the Falcons. Panthers could shock some people. Lions could shock some people. And yeah, that's kind of how the NFC is. I think the Buccaneers are going to win, though. I feel like, they do not want to risk, the Saints, especially how good the Saints are now. But the Cowboys, don't worry. think you're easily going to be a playoff team. Maybe not division, but playoff team for sure. Finally, 8:15 p.m. Monday night, we have the Russell Wilson revenge game. He's off to Denver. Let's ride. I think the Broncos are going to absolutely murder the Birds. Even with, Tim Patrick out for a season, you still got Cortland Sutton, KJ Hamler, Jerry Jeudy. Those last two, not the greatest, but you got Albert Okwuegbunam or something. Pretty solid tight end. He was great back. We'll see how he does as a starter. Solid O-line. Melvin Gordon, Javonte Williams, I'd argue top 3 running back duo, maybe top 5 in the league. Defense, you lose Shelby Harris, but you got Patrick Surtain looking great. You got some other good guys like Bradley Chubb, Justin Simmons, Alexander Johnson. You're fine. Don't worry about it. Broncos easy. And for my survivor pick, I am picking the Indianapolis Colts. Now, granted, I know I was saying there's a slight chance the Colts lose, but realistically, I feel like the Colts are the best option who are almost guaranteed a win. Like you look, Bills and Rams, I don't want to pick either of those because those are two of the best teams in the league, and they're playing each other, so if I get that wrong, well. Eagles, that's almost a guaranteed win. Don't want to waste it on that. 49ers don't want to waste it on that. Bengals don't want to waste it. Dolphins, Patriots, kind of, you don't know about that one. Panthers, Browns, don't know. I was considering the Panthers, but I'm going to take the Colts. Saints and Falcons, I don't want to waste the Saints yet. Ravens, don't want to waste the Ravens. Jaguars and Commanders, I'm not confident enough for that. Vikings, Packers, not confident enough. Titans, Giants, not confident enough. Every other game besides that, I'm not confident enough. Besides the Broncos, Seahawks, I don't want to waste my Broncos pick. I'm playing strategic. I'm going for a team that's going to be a playoff team, more than likely. So, but I don't want to pick a high-powered team. So I'm going to pick the Colts. Now you think Colts are obviously high-powered. But that's going to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I did. Just to recap my teams, I have the Rams. We'll scroll up all the way to the top. So you can see, I have the Rams being the Bills, the Eagles being the Lions, the 49ers being the Bears, the Bengals being the Steelers, the Dolphins being the Patriots, the Panthers being the Browns, the Colts being the Texans, the Saints being the Falcons, the Ravens being the Jets, the Jaguars being the Commanders, the Vikings being the Packers, the Titans being the Giants, the Chargers being the Raiders, the Cardinals being the Chiefs, the Buccaneers being the Cowboys, and the Broncos beating the Seahawks. Those are my picks. Now, if, I do decide to change my picks, I will post it on Twitter saying I'm picking this team instead of this team now. That is how you're going to find out if I change my picks. I normally don't do that. I might do one, every 2-3 weeks. Depending on if there's a key injury that happened before I record. Yeah, I'm recording this at Wednesday, 11 p.m. Or a.m., excuse me. You might be able to see. I don't know. But yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed. I did. I will see you next time with tier list on tomorrow before the Thursday night game. And then on Friday, I looked this up. Apparently, they're going to be adding the Week 1 53-man rosters before the game on Thursday, which, assuming everything I just looked up was right, a lot of people are saying it's either going to be that or on the 10th. So that would be Saturday, which I'm completely okay doing on Saturday if it's, early in the morning. Assuming it's on the 8th, assuming everything goes well, they actually do it, Bears franchise will be starting on Friday. And yeah, that's how it's going to be. It's going to be Bears franchise Monday, power rankings on Tuesday, predictions Wednesday, tier list Thursday, Bears franchise Friday, maybe a Bears franchise Saturday sometimes. Depends on how, open my Saturday is. There will never be a video on Sunday, though. But yeah. I will see you guys next time. And yeah, also, if you disagree with any of the picks, let me know. Don't really debate about it, if this somehow blows up and a bunch of people comment. Be nice and civil about it. Don't say you're an idiot. Well, go ahead, but don't use, words you shouldn't use. And yeah. I don't think I will stream any of these games. I never really have. I don't think I will. I might be busy Sunday, honestly, which will suck. I might miss, one of the games, which I really hope it's not the Packers, because, yeah. All right. Goodbye.